This is the second clip now. We're continuing on with just the structure. It's really the parts and pieces of the lymphatic system. So our lymph capillaries, compare them to our blood capillaries, except that they don't join up to another vessel. They have closed ends on them, and they extend into spaces. I'm going to show you this picture. So you see how these sort of like little green fingers are all extending in and throughout the capillary. So here's the blood coming from the heart, okay, going in to feed the cells, and the deoxygenated blood then going back to the heart. And then tangled in that, but not directly connected to, is the lymphatic capillary. So they're like these little fingers that extend in there, and they have holes in them to suck up the extra water. They're single layered cells similar to that of blood capillaries, and so they control the amount of interstitial fluid. And that's why we don't have edema. I know I've said that before, but so when you see edema, you know that there's more water than the lymph can handle. Once the fluid leaves the interstitial space and goes into the lymph capillary, gets into here, it is called lymph, not plasma. It has a similar constituency of plasma. Just a different picture here. Again, I just want to keep showing you that the cells are all tangled up. They do not connect directly, and you can see there's little holes, and these little fibers here, or filaments they call them, anchor them to the surrounding structures so that they stay there. So now looking at what we have lymph vessels. I'm just going to go to this picture. Okay, we have lymphatic lymph vessels, and as they merge, they form, the capillaries form lymphatic vessels. And then this picture is just looking really at the nodes. So I'm going to go to this picture better. Okay, lymphatic vessels. And then they merge to form trunks, which drain larger portions of the body. And they're named for the region, so inguinal, axillary. And then they join up to to ducts, the thoracic duct or the right lymphatic duct. Now let's just go back to this picture again. So this gives you an idea of the various trunks: thoracic, cervical, axillary, inguinal, pelvic. All of these are nodes that then are going to all drain back towards the heart. You'll notice that there isn't any lymphatic vessels inside the brain. The highest are up around your neck when you have a sore throat, when you get those vessels really swollen. So then collectively they drain to these trunks. Okay, and if you look at this, it doesn't seem fair the way it's split up, but the blue region, which represents, on this picture here, which represents the right lymphatic duct, gets the blood from the right side of the head, neck, arm, thorax, and goes right into here, into the thoracic, into the subclavian vein, right here, close to the jugular. See, the jugular is going to be up here. While the thoracic duct is the larger one of the two, and it gets the lymph from all the rest of the body. Okay, the left side of the head, the neck, and they empty into the subclavian vein. Okay, we've talked about that and that. And I just want to put this picture in just because you can see how what a rich supply of lymphatic fluid the breast has. And this is becomes, although all parts of the body have access to lymphatic fluid, men can get breast cancer also, but breast cancer is easily spread through the lymphatic vessel. So when they start taking out these lymph nodes, this is what they're taking out, and they take out lots of them. There's all kinds of them. Like often you hear 16 of 20. They'll say there was one positive node of 16. So as the fluid drains towards going back to the heart here, okay, these will collect the cancer cells. So obviously the less the better that we will have. So I just want to point that out to you because that's an important point in path.